Hi guys, it's the end of the month, which means it's time for me to show you all of the palettes that I used this month. There's quite a few. So if you want to see all of the palettes that I used in April, then stick around. Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Andi, and I'm really happy that you're here. You guys, we have 17 palettes. I used 17 palettes in the month of April, and 2 of them I used 3 times, and 1 of them I used twice. So evidently, there was a lot of makeup going on in April. How's that possible? 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. I did makeup almost every day this month. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and get started, won't you? Okay, so the first palette that I used 3 times was the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Nirvana palette. You guys have been seeing this the last few months because it has been in my deck of panning. As always, I will be putting a photo up of the looks that I created. I do have 1 look without a photo, and my phone ate some of my photos. So I actually had most of them on Google Photos, so I just, put it back on my phone. And one of these did not make the cut. It was a casualty. So I did use that 3 times. It is a beautiful palette. It's wonderful. It has a great formula. I don't have any complaints about it. The shimmers, these 2 shimmers right here, this shimmer here and this shimmer here, are my favorite shimmers in this palette. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I love them. Okay, moving on. The next one that I used 3 times was the Huda New Nude palette. Beautiful, beautiful palette. This poor palette was not represented in a very good way. I did a couple of 2 shadow looks with this because I was going to work. I was running late. I did like this on the lid and then a shimmer on top of it. Or like this, then the outer corner, and then the shimmer on top of it. You'll see I'm in my work polo shirt in most of those. It is what it is, you guys. I just wanted to grab something very neutral, very, very fast. But I do have to say that 2 of these shimmers are, well, they're all amazing. But these 2 are my favorite shimmers. This shimmer, which actually has a flipped to it, this shimmer and this shimmer are my favorites. They're all nice. They're all beautiful. But those are my favorites. These right here. So pretty, so pretty. And then the palette that I used twice was kind of a surprise to me, actually, because, well, I hadn't used it at all. I'd had it almost a year, and I hadn't used it at all. And that is the Ace Beauté Paletteopoly. And you guys, this is so much fun because it has 80s. It's named after the 80s. So I have 1 very neutral look from this, and I have 1 very bright look from this. And that was what I did for the Beauty and the Soul Challenge on Instagram. That was Leanna Dalton. But I used these shades here, and then I used this yellow. And then I did use a one of my Give Me Glow singles for like the center of my lid. But yeah, this is a great palette. I don't know why I hadn't used it. I love Ace Beauté. I don't know why I hadn't used it. Other than, when you have bright shades like this, it gets a little intimidating for me. It does. Because, I'm a neutral girl. Neutral girl. All right, the next one I used was the Spoiled Lips Dear Diary palette. I was gifted this from Ash from Makeup in Chaos. And again, I did a pretty neutral look, but I did use, I know I used this shade. I know I used this shade, but I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't use any of the, this is the only shimmer in there. It's a glitter, and that won't be getting used. But I did do, I think, a ColourPop Super Shock on my, it says it on the picture. I did a ColourPop Super Shock on my lid. Oh, the next one I use is my ColourPop Baroque palette. This has been in my project 3 uses for almost 3 months. and I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it or not. I do like the look that I created. I did create an all matte look, and it was pretty. I just think that this is so very monotone. It's very monochromatic. I mean, this does have a flip to it. This has a flip to it. And this is a little bit more browny gray. But, you guys, I just don't know. I just don't know. But I did like the look that I created with it, and I liked using it. It was very nice. Next up, avocado toast. This is one of my favorite looks that I did this whole month. This is the BH avocado toast. And you guys, I did not use... Did I use this twice? You guys, I used this twice and I didn't take a picture. I used it the day before yesterday. I did. Dang it. If I can find a picture, I'll put it up here. But I don't think I took a picture. I can't remember. If I did, I'll put it up there. But the first one that I did, I didn't use any of the greens. I used these peaches and I used this pit shade right here. So this brown and these peachy pinks. And I think that's the favorite look that I did this month, or one of them. Probably not the favorite, but it's one of them because it was so pretty. I was like, oh, and it was going to work. Like, it's wasted. And the next one I used is very dirty. It has a lot of fingerprints on it because it's very old and it's very reflective. And it is the BH Cosmetics Glam Reflection Rosé. See, it's very, very reflective. You guys, this is one of my oldest palettes, and it sits on my vanity because this, which is gone now, was an amazing setting your eye primer, and then this became my setting my eye primer. This is my brow shade. This is what I use for my brows every day. And this is a really great transition color. And there are times where I will use this as a transition when I use a whole other palette. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pans in this palette. This is not a pan. It just looks like it. It's just a very reflective, it's a very shimmery white shade. This is a great inner corner shade too. I love this. This is one of my first palettes I ever got. One of them. This is the first one that I ever ordered online. Yes, because I ordered it from BH. Okay, another BH palette is the Weekend Festival. And very neutral look with this really bright color story. But I was going to work and I wanted to use something different. And I had never used this prior to putting it in my Shop My Stash. A lot of these were in my Shop My Stash. So I'm really excited that I did get some use out of them. Another reason, like, I will take a bright palette and I will do the neutral looks is because I wear more neutrals than anything. And if it has great neutrals in it, then I know I want to keep it. I have colorful palettes that I like better than other colorful palettes. So if the neutrals don't work in it, it's gone. But I really like this palette. I do. Okay. Lorella Golden State. This was a big surprise for me. I had not used this. I had not used this yet. Maybe I'd used it once. I think I'd used it once. I got this from Cece, from Cece's Child Size Life and Painting for Goals. And this was really nice. I loved the look I created. It was very golden. I used the browns and the golds. And it was really, really nice. I really liked it a lot. I have used it before because I used these purples. Because look at this purple. That purple is gorgeous. It has a little bit of a flip to it. That's right, I did use this for purples. Next up, another big old girl. I used the Juvia's Place Culture palette. And again, I did all neutrals in that. I don't think I had used the neutrals in this before. So I loved that. This blue right here, you guys, this is ridiculous. Look at that shift on that. It's so pretty. That blue is crazy. That blue is crazy. Look at that blue. It's got a shift to it. Does this pink have a shift to it? I can't remember. Oh, that pink is a little gritty. a little glittery rather than, oh, that's pretty. This pink right here, it's a little glittery. Okay. Then we have the Melt Amor y Mariposa palette. And that is what this looks like. I use this for my collab, my monthly collab with Leanna Dalton. And I did this crazy bright look and I loved it. It was a bingo. So those were the shades that were chosen, randomly chosen for me from Leanna. You guys, I loved that look. It was really pretty. ColourPop Rock Candy. I had not used this. Maybe I had used it once prior to this month. I'm trying to decide if I need both this and the Stone Cold Fox, and I think I do. But do I need the Smoke and Roses also, which I don't have, but I almost bought during their sale. But that's really pretty. I love the look I created with this. I thought it was really pretty. It was very cool, neutral beautifulness. The next up I used was the Beauty Bay Neutral. You guys, this is becoming my favorite palette. Like, Stone Cold Fox is getting a run for its money with this palette. This $17 palette is so pretty. And I love it. I love the formula. I love the mattes, the shimmers. I love the shades. This little pinky number right here looks so good with these taupey shades. And I can't stop using it. You're probably going to see this every month because I can't stop using it. I did only use it once this month. And it was toward the end of the month, but I was like, I gotta use it. I gotta use it. Okay. ColourPop Wild Child and Lucky Penny. I used them together. Now, I used this when I went to the theater with my friend the other day, and theater night number 2. Because with theater night number 1, we were there the wrong night. Yeah. So we went back the next night, and this is when I wore this because, oh yeah, theater night number 1 was when I used the Beauty Bay Neutrals palette. That's what it was. So theater night number 2 got these two guys, and I thought they worked really well together. However, I don't have a closed eye picture for you because I was in a hurry, but I did take one at the end of the night. So this was the picture that I'm showing you is probably 6-7 hours after. Yeah. Yeah, I do have a picture, but you can't see it because my bangs, my wig bangs. But yeah, those were really nice. Next up is 80s Baby. I used this in a collab with Erica Conger. And it was such a fun video. I will link that up in the cards because we did an 80s question tag. Erica had made questions for us about our favorites and things like that. If you're an 80s baby, I highly recommend it because it was a lot of fun. But I really love the look that I created with this. The palette itself is not amazing. Like, I wouldn't go out and buy it, but if you have it, it's not bad. The shimmers are not bad at all. The mattes kind of took some blending and it was okay. I'm glad we both used it. I'm glad we both had it. I'm glad we both used it. Next up is the Morphe 9V. I used this before work yesterday, I think. And this was gifted to me from Lori Latimer, Sisfantastic. We did a collab with this palette over a year ago, and it is still one of my favorite palettes. It is so pretty. It gives such a romantic, beautiful romantic look. I love it. I love it. I do. Okay, finally, the very last palette is the Nude Prism palette. This is from Lunar Beauty. I was gifted this from Leanna Dalton. This is what she looks like, and I'm wearing it today. You guys are seeing this after the fact, but today is my actual birthday, and Anthony is taking me out to dinner, and I wanted something very soft and very romantic, and these shades are so pretty. They blend so well, and the shimmers are beautiful. And it's a joy to work with. It really is. I love this. And I like the more pinky toned neutrals through here. And then this one here. And then this one here is a brownie. It's a warm brown that I can use with the pinky tones. So you guys, those were all the palettes that I used in April. Tell me in the comments if you have any of these palettes, if you love them, if you don't like them. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I really appreciate you guys being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.